Welcome back to ABC General Hospital channel. Today, we take a deep dive into the latest happenings in Port Charles, where secrets lurk behind every corner, romance teeters on the edge of disaster, and long-buried truths threaten to explode. As familiar faces return, unexpected alliances form, and high-stakes battles intensify, there's no telling what twists await our favorite characters. Buckle up, this one's going to be an emotional roller coaster. Brooklyn Quartermain faces a life-altering confession. Brooklyn Quartermain is standing at a crossroads, burdened by a secret that could upend everything she holds dear. The truth about the baby's adoption weighs heavily on her, and it's only a matter of time before she confesses to Dante Falconeri. But before she takes that leap, she seeks advice from an unlikely confidant, Cody Bell. Cody, a man with his own tangled web of secrets, listens as Brooklyn voices her fears. Should she reveal the truth? How will Dante react? Will this secret forever alter their relationship, or is there hope for forgiveness? Cody, who has recently become privy to sensitive information, may end up revealing something even more shocking: his belief that Jason Morgan could be the real father of Sasha Gilmore Corbin's child. If this theory proves correct, the fallout will be seismic. Jason, once thought lost, might find himself in the middle of a situation he never saw coming. Sasha, still reeling from past traumas, could be forced to confront a truth she never anticipated. And Brooklyn? She may not just be dropping a bombshell about the adoption, she might also become the messenger of one of the biggest revelations in recent Port Charles history. Brad Cooper's risky move could spell disaster. While Brooklyn contemplates a life-changing confession, Brad Cooper is about to stir the pot in a way only he can. A new scheme is brewing, one that could land him in hotter water than ever before. This isn't just a simple favor or a minor request. Whatever Brad is planning, it's bold, reckless, and sure to invite trouble. There are several possibilities as to what he's up to. It could involve the recent deal he struck with Cody Bell, one that remains shrouded in secrecy. Perhaps he's about to push Cody too far, demanding something the cowboy-turned-conman isn't willing to give. Alternatively, Brad might turn his attention to Portia Robinson, cornering her for details about the upcoming Miami Medical Conference. But why? What does Brad hope to gain from this? Could he be looking for leverage, digging for intel that might give him an edge? Or is he simply caught up in yet another ill-conceived plan that's doomed to backfire? Whatever the case, Brad's actions are sure to raise eyebrows and likely send shockwaves through Port Charles. Sonny Corinthos returns with a mission. Meanwhile, the legendary Sonny Corinthos makes his long-awaited return from Los Angeles. But he's not back just to relax, he's here with a purpose. The custody battle over Avery Corinthos is reaching its boiling point, and Sonny is more determined than ever to ensure victory. His first order of business? Strategizing with Christina Corinthos Davis. Christina, ever the confident and outspoken presence in his life, doesn't hold back. She predicts that Ava Jerome is going to lose in court. And for Sonny, that's exactly the outcome he needs. But is it really that simple? Custody battles are rarely straightforward, and Ava isn't one to back down without a fight. Sonny knows that if he wants to win, he'll need to be prepared for anything. With emotions running high and tensions mounting, this legal battle is far from over. Dante Falconeri's quest for justice. While Sonny focuses on the custody case, Dante Falconeri is engaged in his own battle, one that's far more personal. Still reeling from the turmoil surrounding Sam McCall's case, Dante storms into Anna Devane's office, demanding answers. But Anna, ever the seasoned investigator, refuses to budge. She knows that Dante is too close to the situation. His emotions are clouding his judgment, and she can't afford to let that compromise the case. She tries to keep him in the dark, insisting that it's for his own protection. Dante, however, isn't one to back down. His determination to seek justice for Sam overrides any warnings or professional boundaries. He's prepared to do whatever it takes to uncover the truth, even if it means going rogue. And the deeper he digs, the more dangerous things become. Unbeknownst to him, his relentless pursuit of justice is leading him straight toward one of the most dangerous men in Port Charles, Cyrus Renault. If Dante keeps pushing, he may soon find himself face to face with the kind of enemy who doesn't believe in second chances. Laura Collins puts Lulu Spencer on the spot. Elsewhere, Laura Collins steps into her role as both a mother and a confidant. Sitting across from Lulu Spencer, she delivers a question that cuts straight to the heart of the matter: do you still love Dante? Lulu, caught off guard, struggles to find the right words. But deep down, she already knows the answer. Her love for Dante never truly faded, it's just been buried beneath years of heartbreak, miscommunication, and circumstances beyond their control. Laura, ever the guiding force, offers her daughter the wisdom she desperately needs. But is it enough? Can Lulu muster the courage to face her feelings head-on? And if she does, will Dante be willing to give their love another shot? Ava Jerome and Rick Lansing, a dangerous dance. At the Metro Court, Ava Jerome has a bone to pick with Rick Lansing. The kiss they shared isn't something she's willing to ignore, yet Rick is acting like it never happened. Why is he being so dismissive? Does he regret it? Or is he simply trying to avoid further complications? Ava, never one to shy away from confrontation, demands answers. Rick finally admits that he hasn't forgotten about their moment, but there are bigger issues at play. The custody battle takes precedence, and any distractions could prove costly. But just as things seem to settle, Ava and Rick find themselves in an unexpected predicament, one that forces them to beg for assistance. With Laura Collins stepping away as a potential character witness, they are left scrambling to find someone else who can help them turn the tide. Who will they turn to? And will this desperate move pay off, or will it ultimately make things worse? Curtis Ashford's confidence might be his downfall. Meanwhile, Curtis Ashford is feeling victorious. With Nina Reeves by his side, he believes he has the upper hand. He's convinced that their latest scheme will put them ahead of the game. But is he underestimating Drew Quartermaine? Drew isn't one to be caught off guard. He's sharp, strategic, and always ready for a counterattack. Curtis may think he has the advantage, but he might be in for a rude awakening. The question now is, who will strike first? Drew Quartermaine finds himself on the defensive. Over at the boxing gym, Drew Quartermaine comes face to face with someone who isn't afraid to speak their mind. What starts as a casual encounter quickly escalates into a tense exchange. Before he knows it, Drew finds himself once again defending his relationship with Willow Corinthos. It's clear that there are plenty of opinions about their romance, but Drew stands his ground. Yet, with so much outside pressure, will he and Willow be able to withstand the scrutiny? Or is their relationship more fragile than they realize? Next, we delve into a truly perplexing transformation that has left fans in shock: the dramatic change in Drew Quartermaine's character. Once beloved and admired, Drew has now become one of the most despised figures in Port Charles. But what could have caused such a drastic shift in his personality? Is it simply poor character development, or is there something far more sinister at play? Let's unravel the mystery behind the new Drew Quartermaine and explore some intriguing possibilities. The face mask conspiracy: could Drew be an imposter? Port Charles has seen its fair share of wild twists over the years, but one storyline that always manages to resurface is the infamous face mask deception. Fans will remember how Caesar Faison once masqueraded as Duke Lavery, fooling even Anna Devane, the woman who loved Duke most. If such an elaborate scheme could work, then who's to say it isn't happening again? Could the Drew we see today be an imposter, a masked villain playing the role of the real Drew while he remains trapped somewhere unknown? The possibility is compelling, especially considering how drastically his behavior has shifted since his return from Pentonville. His manipulative tactics, his complete lack of remorse, and his sudden moral descent all point to something being very, very wrong. If this theory proves true, the real Drew could be held hostage by someone with a hidden agenda. But who would go to such lengths? Could Victor Cassadine have orchestrated this before his demise? Or is someone else pulling the strings? Given how important Drew's past connections are to Jason, to Carly, to Sam, and even to the Quartermain family, having control over his identity would be a powerful weapon in the wrong hands. Triplets? The evil twin trope and its overuse. Another theory floating around is the classic evil twin trope, a soap opera staple that has been done to death. While Drew and Jason only recently discovered that they were twins, could the writers be setting up yet another twist, one that reveals they were actually part of a set of triplets? While this might explain the sharp contrast in Drew's personality, it seems far too predictable. General Hospital has played this card before, and fans are tired of the long-lost identical sibling with a sinister agenda storyline. Drew was already presumed dead once, only to return. Adding yet another twin, or triplet, into the mix would feel like a tired retread of past plots. If the show does go in this direction, it will need a fresh angle to keep viewers engaged. Perhaps an unknown sibling was separated at birth and raised under different circumstances, leading him down a dark path. But considering Drew's recent actions, one has to wonder, is an evil twin necessary when the Drew we see today is already acting like a villain? The personality shift. What happened to the Drew we knew? When Drew Quartermain first arrived in Port Charles, he believed he was Jason Morgan. That revelation alone shaped much of his early story arc. However, when the truth came out and he discovered his true identity, Drew carved out his own path. He became a devoted father, a successful businessman, and a man of integrity. He formed a strong bond with his son, Oscar, and his relationship with Monica Quartermain helped him embrace his place in the family. Even after suffering heartbreak when Sam left him for Jason, Drew remained honorable and focused on rebuilding his life. He co-parented Scout with Sam and even sacrificed his own freedom for Carly's sake. So what changed? What triggered his complete moral downfall? Some fans speculate that his near-death experience in Pentonville altered him. While it's true that prison can leave lasting scars, Drew had already endured far worse when he was held hostage by the Cassadines. Surviving captivity didn't turn him into a manipulative schemer, so why would his short stint in Pentonville do so? Something far more calculated seems to be at play here. His sudden ruthlessness, his cutthroat decisions, and his willingness to betray even those closest to him suggest that either he's hiding a dark secret or he's not the same Drew at all. Drew's unforgivable betrayals. One of the biggest red flags signaling Drew's transformation into a manipulative and heartless character was the way he ended things with Carly. After everything they had been through, he coldly walked away, not because he stopped loving her, but because Jason had returned. Rather than standing his ground, Drew allowed jealousy to consume him, pushing Carly away just to avoid competing with his brother. This was not the Drew we once knew, the man who had always been secure in himself. And then came the affair with Willow Corinthos. Not only did he pursue a relationship with his nephew's wife, but he did so without a shred of remorse. The Drew who once held himself to a high moral standard was suddenly engaging in deception and betrayal as if they were second nature. But perhaps his most unforgivable act came when he advised Willow to keep Carly and Sonny away from their burned son. The old Drew, the man who valued family above all else, would never have encouraged such division. His willingness to manipulate a grieving mother is a testament to just how much he has changed. And if that wasn't enough, he took things a step further, obtaining a court order for Willow's children as if he had the right to control their fates. This wasn't just cold, it was calculated. But why? What is Drew's true endgame? His double-crossing of Curtis Ashford only cemented the fact that this isn't the same man we once knew. There's something deeper at play, and unless the truth comes to light soon, Drew might lose what little support he has left in Port Charles. Is there any redemption left for Drew? The question now is whether there's any hope for redemption. Can Drew come back from the abyss, or is he too far gone? If the Drew we see today is truly the same man from before, then his actions will require serious reckoning. He would have to acknowledge his betrayals, make amends, and prove that he still has some decency left within him. But if the face mask theory is true, then the real Drew might still be out there waiting to return and reclaim his life. Either way, Port Charles is in for a major revelation. The truth about Drew, whether he's an imposter, an altered man, or something even more sinister, is bound to come to light. And when it does, the fallout will be nothing short of explosive. Drew Quartermain's shocking character shift has left fans divided, and speculation is running wild. Whether his transformation is the result of deep-seated trauma, an evil twin, or a masked imposter, one thing is certain: something isn't right. As more pieces of the puzzle come together, Port Charles may soon uncover the truth. But when that truth emerges, will it be too late to save Drew from himself? Next, we unravel one of the most complicated and intriguing love stories in Port Charles, Carly and Brennan. Sparks have been flying since their very first meeting, and now that they've finally crossed the threshold with their first kiss, the question on everyone's mind is, will their relationship survive the challenges ahead, or is Carly setting herself up for another heartbreak? With past mistakes, ominous warnings, and the ever-present dangers surrounding Brennan, Carly's newest romance is shaping up to be one of her most dangerous and thrilling yet. Is Brennan playing Carly, or is his vulnerability real? In a recent episode, Brennan surprised Carly by opening up about his past. He shared the heartbreaking story of a friend who lost their life on a mission, revealing an emotional depth that Carly had never seen before. For a brief moment, Brennan was vulnerable, stripped of his usual defenses, and entirely exposed. Carly, always drawn to intensity and passion, was captivated. She drank in every word, feeling a connection she hadn't expected. But is this side of Brennan genuine, or is it part of an act? As a highly trained spy, Brennan possesses an exceptional ability to manipulate situations, conceal truths, and craft convincing narratives. Could his emotional moment have been a calculated move, designed to draw Carly in and make her trust him? Or did she witness a rare glimpse of the real Brennan, the man behind the mission, the man who carries the weight of past tragedies? The possibility that Brennan could be playing her lingers in the air, but Carly isn't naive. She's been involved with dangerous men before. She understands the risks. The real question is, can she handle the unknown, or will Brennan's secrets eventually become too much for her to bear? Is Brennan a better match for Carly than Sonny? One thing that fans can't help but notice is how similar Carly's dynamic with Brennan is to her past relationship with Sonny. Throughout the years, Carly stood by Sonny's side even though he could never fully disclose the details of his dangerous business. She understood that some truths had to remain hidden for her own protection. If she was able to accept that reality with Sonny, why would things be any different with Brennan? However, there's one critical difference: Sonny never needed to manipulate Carly into staying. While Sonny had his flaws, he always made it clear that she was making a choice by being with him. But with Brennan, there's a sense of uncertainty, of things happening too quickly, of a charm that feels almost too smooth. What if Brennan's entire romance with Carly is part of a larger agenda? And more importantly, what if Carly doesn't see it coming until it's too late? Anna and others warned Carly. Will she listen? If there's one thing everyone in Port Charles seems to agree on, it's that Brennan is trouble. Anna Devane, one of the most seasoned spies in town, has gone out of her way to warn Carly about getting too close. Jason Morgan and Felicia Scorpio have also voiced their concerns. They believe that Brennan is a man with an ulterior motive, a spy whose mission always comes first, no matter what. And if Carly gets caught in the crossfire, she might not even see the betrayal coming. Yet, despite these warnings, Carly is stubborn. She follows her own instincts, even when every red flag is waving right in front of her. And if history is any indicator, when Carly wants something, she goes for it, no matter the cost. Could Brennan and Sidwell be working together? As if the risks of dating a spy with a mysterious past weren't enough, there's another growing concern: Brennan's potential connection to Sidwell. Sidwell has recently made his presence known in Port Charles, moving around as if he owns the place. Could Brennan be aligned with him? If this is the case, Carly could be walking straight into the lion's den. And unlike her past relationships, where she at least knew the stakes, this time she might be completely blind to the danger she's in. Would Brennan really betray her, or is there a possibility that he's being forced into this situation against his will? The future of Carly and Brennan, love or disaster? Now that Carly and Brennan have finally shared their first kiss, the next phase of their relationship is inevitable. But where will it lead? Will Carly ignore the warnings from her friends and allow herself to fall deeper into Brennan's world? Will Brennan prove himself worthy of her trust, or will he eventually reveal that his feelings were never real? One thing is certain: Carly's love life has never been simple, and this time, she might be facing her most dangerous romance yet. Carly and Brennan's romance is the definition of high risk, high reward. It's filled with intensity, secrecy, and the ever-present danger of betrayal. Will Carly finally break free from her pattern and find something real with Brennan? Or will she end up heartbroken once again, a casualty of yet another love story gone wrong? Only time will tell. That's it for today's update. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more General Hospital insights. Until next time, stay tuned and stay dramatic.